Hello and welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, I'm a little stinker.
My name's Tori Sunboy Thompson.
My name is Tyler. Did I clog that?
Okay.
Coming out the gate a little strong there, T.
I'm going to be honest, Tyler. I know that I said, hey, I'm going to go first, but that intrigued me so much that we are going to flip who goes first, and I do want to know if you did clog that.
I did think that came right off the tongue about like as I started opening my mouth. No, so what I just wanted to bring up was something like so terribly like the worst situation, but it's so fucking funny. My mom had a bunch of old ladies at her house.
Hot.
And they were there for a quilting event, if that makes it hotter.
Yeah, it does actually.
But I show up to my mom's house like after this happens, and I'm like, yo, mom, gotta use the restroom before you start talking. So I'm gonna go do that. And I only had to take a number one, right? That's all I was doing. I was taking a number one.
We all think every number two starts as it's a number one.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
That's probably.
I go into the bathroom, and then I don't even do anything. I immediately walk out because the bathroom floor is it's flooded. There's water
Oh no.
everywhere. There is so much water on the ground. And then I come outside and I'm like, yo, mom, one of those fucking geezers clogged your shitter. Like, it's pretty bad.
Mom, someone overfed the toilet.
And she's like, did you do that? And I was like, I was in there for half a second. How do you think I accomplished that in that time? What kind of superhuman abilities do you think I have?
I was going to say, with very, very skillful and tactical movement, you clogged that toilet
To be
in
fair,
30 seconds.
there's a chance you were prairie dogging before you went in, and like you were
True.
just waiting to like lift the dam. You know what I mean?
This is
I'm
true.
the solid snake of shitting. I'm so fucking
Yeah,
good
you dropped
at
a solid
shitting.
snake in that toilet. Ayo.
Woo! But she was like, my mom was like perplexed because she was like, well, none of them told me about this because like the bathroom was like, there's water all over it. I'm like, yeah, mom, no one wants to be the person that's, hey,
Yeah, shocking. No one would own up to that one. That's a real surprise to everyone here.
Especially because she didn't know any of those old ladies. And, you know,
Wait, why were they all at her house quilting then?
because it's my grandma's friends, you know?
Oh,
So
okay.
just a quick question to finish my fantasy. Were they all wearing did they have thimbles on?
probably not for quilting. If they were doing sewing, yeah, but probably not for quilting, Tori.
I'm soft now.
So can I continue now that your fantasy is kind of ruined?
Yeah.
It's like who among us would be brave enough to openly admit in a stranger's house, yo, I flooded that bitch. It's so bad in there. It's real nasty. Real bad.
That's a problem question, though, because none of us would ever hold in a shit so bad at a stranger's house that this would even happen.
Yeah, I would.
I've shit at people's houses before.
I've shit at people's houses.
Right, but I've never shat in people's houses. You know what I mean?
I've never done the one where I have to take off my shirt and pants. I get in there at someone else's house.
Tyler, I'm fairly certain that I have clogged one of those toilets at your house before.
Yeah, but you're not a stranger.
But still, like, that's at a friend's house. But, like, I used to go over to Tyler's house for, like, 3 consecutive days, and we would eat nothing but, like, frozen pizzas and coffee.
Yeah, it was a
It was
lot
a
of coffee.
rough time.
Yeah. I think you
like,
clogged the basement toilet.
I'm sure I've clogged it. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Side note. Do you remember that one time that as a prank, your mom let me into the back door of your house, brought me up into your bathroom where I took a shit, left it, and then just left it for you to go find later on?
It stunk.
And your mom was like, that's a killer prank, Tori. Get on in here and shit in my boy's toilet.
Yeah.
Your mom is so fucking rad. What the fuck?
She's intensely funny. It's hard.
I'm pretty sure I hid either in your bedroom or like in the shower. until you came up like 25 minutes later, went into the bathroom and were like, what the fuck happened in here?
Yeah, because it stunk. You took a stinky one.
Yeah. I don't take good smelling ones. My diet's hell, man.
Because if you thought he was eating frozen pizzas and coffee during your guys' hangout, what the fuck do you think he was eating before and after?
Yeah, before the
15
prank.
minutes ago, I ate Maruchan ramen and like a pound of cantaloupe. That's not going to result in something pleasant. It's just not.
Oh, she's cooking up something fierce.
What is he cooking right now?
Hold up. Let him cook.
Let him cook. let that cook. She said, we narrowed it down. There was 3 people that used the toilet. And obviously it was the last person because no one would be so kind as to go in, notice the floor flooded, and then not say anything. But also, how rude do you have to be? If you see that the floor is flooding, that can cause permanent damage.
Yeah.
How rude do you have to be to just be like, I'm gonna let that fester?
Do you think it was a situation where it was they didn't check to see if the toilet had completed flushing before they left?
Right. That's what I'm thinking is there's a chance that they got up, they hit flush, they closed the toilet, they washed their hands quickly, or just, you run it underwater quick.
They would have had to fucking speed run that whole process.
Yeah.
Because she's look, I'll say this.
Slow backup.
It's it's a newer house, right? It's newer toilets. Those things flush. Hey, the plumbing at my mom's house. Tori, are you questioning the plumbing at my mom's house? It's excellent, okay?
It'll suck it away.
It's great craftsmanship. It sucked away every shit I ever put in that toilet, okay, Tori? Okay, Tori? So don't question the strength of that toilet. What I'm most concerned about, having just said that, I dropped some bombs in there, okay? I have dropped some ungodly bombs in there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sympathize with our audience about us talking about poop too much.
They'll get over it. We
want them to leave at this point.
Hey, but they're oh, we're talking about poop again. But all of our audience is listening to this right now yeah, I've dropped some bombs in my lifetime too. I know exactly what they're talking about.
That's right. We keep it relatable.
Yeah, it's relatable bomb dropping. Which is how we justified war in the Middle East for so long. Hey guys, look at this one. It's #relatable. This one's got a funny meme on the side of this.
The first bomb dropped by a female drone pilot.
That's relatable.
How inclusive.
Their school children get hurt just like ours do.
Dude, come on.
Sorry, Tay. I won't talk about it because it's not important to talk about.
No, it is. It's just we went to the absolute extreme.
Yeah, it's hard to connect pooping real bad to children dying abroad and in the United States.
And
but
domestic.
Both
Yeah.
foreign and domestic. Yeah. The death of school children, both foreign and domestic.
That sounds like a Cards Against Humanity card.
It
The death of school children,
sounds
both
like
foreign and
Susan's not
domestic.
gonna like it, is what it sounds like.
Anywho, I've put some real loads in there, right?
Don't say
How?
that. That's different.
No, I mean it's okay. It's all good. It all goes through. It all washes away in my mom's good house. The good plumbing. There's got to be a better way to say that.
You put a lot of stuff in your mom's good pipes.
Stop.
That's exactly what I was worried you would say. How did a senior citizen drop a shit bigger than I've ever done and live to tell the tale?
Okay,
Or live to keep it secret. How the fuck did they do that? Because
that's true.
Should have killed them like Elvis.
Yeah, you'd think with an anus that powerful, the elderly would pass from such a bowel movement.
Exactly.
But just so we can get the obvious out of the way, something that I've done more in my life than backing up a toilet with shit is backing up a toilet with mummifying my hand in toilet paper to wipe. When it comes to wiping,
what I was going to bring
fuck
up, too.
the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I own a
Totally.
bidet, so I care more about the environment. I just don't use toilet paper because
I have the
own a-
bidet, and I also have really strong poop.
So the water isn't breaking the seal, of your anus. The water isn't penetrating and getting that whole place clean.
It's tacky.
Ew. Oh, dude. I hate this episode. This episode sucks. This is the worst episode we've had in a while.
This is the yeah. A lot of people really upset with us right now. A lot of people like, I listened to this at work. Come on.
I'm on my commute.
Come on. This is my 15-minute break right now, and you ruined it.
I just told Kayla to listen to this show, and this is what you hit me with?
The only thing that would make this episode worse is if, like, while we've been talking, Tyler put in the most bit-crushed fart noises the whole time.
No, but there was the Among Us sound that did play earlier.
Oh,
so
yes, of course.
that's gonna really hit people. Look, I'm just confused how this elderly person didn't die dropping a shit like that in that toilet.
I'm on Tori's mentality here. That I think it's more of a toilet paper issue than an actual poopy issue.
Well, get back. Honestly, if someone leaves my house, my sweet mother's house, my mother just retired too. She thinks she's done with work, and now she's got to return home to a fucking flooded toilet. Are you kidding me?
Maybe with how old they were, I'm curious if maybe they weren't thinking about it because it was such a powerful bowel movement that it almost acted as like a chiropractic adjustment where they like shit it out so bad and then they stood up and they're like, oh my God, I can feel my left foot.
They did a Grandpa Joe. They jolted out of bed and went, I've got a golden ticket.
Yeah, exactly. They did a grandpa. They did a Joe and got up and was like, "Oh my God, my hips are aligned now. I can walk without this fucking walker now."
I've been unburdened.
I shat so hard I did a Grandpa Joe, and now I can go. Now I can go to the candy factory with my sweet boy. Now I can enjoy the delicious treats at the candy factory because I shat so hard it fixed my spine. That's what you're looking me in the eyes right now and telling me.
That's what I believe happened. Yes.
Okay. You know what? Fine, we'll drop it. That's all I needed.
Great.
I've got a golden twinkle in my ass.
God.
Okay. So, not to bore this with weather chat, but right now in Minnesota, we're finally summer's hitting. We're in like the near 80s, and it's getting me
let's
pumped.
go.
I know. Look, I know it's premature, but I want to define what summer 2023 is going to be.
Ooh, getting out ahead of it. I'm
wanna
actually on
get
board.
out
Yeah.
ahead of it.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the mood
Do you have
of
categories?
this summer?
I have categories. Let's start with the clothing trend. All right, what's clothing? What's the clothing trend for 2023?
Clothespins on your nipples.
Clothes. The little wooden guys.
Yeah, the wooden guys that you use
Sure.
that like you might have in your pantry, like closing a bag of tortilla chips right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tyler,
those go on
do
your
you have a-
nipples.
So
Do you own a dictionary? Quick.
No, I do not own a dictionary, but I do have an iPhone.
Okay, will you look up the definition of clothing, please? Because clothespins ain't it, bud.
I mean, they're technically covering part of your skin. Not a ton of it, but some
I
of
think
it.
it's more of an erotic accessory.
It definitely is.
According to Oxford Dictionary, clothing is just an item of clothing, which is one of those things where it's like that doesn't really help.
Thanks, Oxford.
It's like, what is a human? A person of the human race. Like, oh, what? Okay.
Oh, cool.
Great. Okay, so you know what? Sure, fuck it. Put those little wooden guys right on those pink mountains. All right.
Yeah,
Mine
yeah.
are pink. I mean, I guess they come in all colors.
It's gonna hurt, but it's also gonna be like, it's a statement piece,
Sure. So if we want people to see these, right? These aren't secret nipple clamps.
No, it's like how you can see nipple piercings through shirts. It's like they go, you point them outwards to make it look like you have big nipples.
I wouldn't notice that. I stay locked on eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tori's a gentleman.
I love connecting through the windows to the soul. But if someone were to come out and say an open robe, then you can see them. Open robes allow breathability. They allow the sun to hit you all up and down. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm going to take this and flip it on its head too. Instead of adding clothing to this conversation, I think we should all go a summer without shoes.
Ouch. That's all I have to say about that one is ouch.
That's going to make the next category pretty hard.
I'm imagining a summer without shoes as like we can't evolutionarily, we can't just go back to like Neanderthals where we had like tough feet, you know, like where we had like big tough feet.
I just calloused for days because I like the freedom of like no shoes if I'm walking in nice soft grass. But you know how like they put out warnings on hot days where they're like, don't walk your dogs on asphalt because their feet will melt. They have like 50 degrees of extra protection on their feet. I'm gonna just be connected to the asphalt.
So maybe we should work on, you know, more sustainable and environmentally friendly walkways so that we don't have to hurt our little feetsies.
Better idea. We all get pairs of the hobbit feet that they wore for the Lord of the Rings movies to make Frodo have the big floppers. You know what I mean? We all get those. So you know what? Visually, we're right on board with what Tay said. But protection-wise, we're good.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a good compromise.
And it's kind of like anti-corporate too, you know, like I don't need like
Yeah.
a symbol on my feet, you know, like I'm naked, I'm one with the earth. I don't give
except
a
for
fuck
the
about this.
tag on the feet that do say the Hobbit, but we just tuck those in.
The Hobbit foot does have the Nike swoosh.
If you're wondering, does the heel of the rubber hobbit foot have a little loop so you can easily pull it on? Yes.
That's convenient. I like that.
Yeah, these they're Air Frodos. I just picked them up last week.
Can you imagine having sex with someone when you've watched them use a shoehorn to put on their hobbit feet? Does that make you unlovable after that happens? Or does it make you extremely lovable, put that big toe inside me, daddy?
I think even the act of using a shoehorn it's so lame, you know? Like it's just
deeply erotic.
It's so fucking. It's like seeing your friend on a bicycle. You know? Like
No, it's not.
Wait,
Dude,
what are you talking about?
Stop.
It's like the lamest thing. It's like do something cool.
No,
you look
it
like
isn't,
a fucking
dude.
dork.
Stop it. Ugh.
Okay, hold on.
If I owned
no, shut the
like
fuck up.
multiple shoehorns, I would probably honestly just kind of like, you know, I would commit myself to living out into the woods like a fucking leper because I'm
whatever,
unlovable.
dude. I fucked your mom, so like, fuck off, dude.
Okay, there's some animosity here on the show. I'm going to take a quick break and kind of like break this down between you two and be a moderator. What's going on?
Tyler's stupid and doesn't understand.
No.
Tori doesn't know how to put shoes on good by himself,
I
so he trusts.
on good. I
so
know how
he
to put them on
trusts a
better than you
tool.
do.
Yeah, Tyler, Tori just uses a tool in order to achieve the same goals as others. There's no harm in that.
Yeah, but it's like riding a bicycle. It's extremely dorky. Like
Why
using a shoehorn is so
riding
dorky.
a bike dorky to you?
Do I even have to say it? You're
Yes.
I agree with that one. We actually come together on that one. But Tay, here's the thing. I have a shoehorn that's tall enough that I can just like not bend down and just slide my foot right in. And Tyler thinks it's lame. But I'm just
so
using
you're not
tools
even
to make
wait. Hold on, you're not even like working at it with like a small shoehorn. You're not even like bending or.
Hey, work smarter, not harder.
Okay, that is kind of lame.
It's extremely dorky
It's
looking.
using a tool to accomplish it. That's like being like, "Ugh, take my car to go to the grocery store. That's stupid. I can walk.
It's like having a pocket protector. It's just extremely dorky, you know?
It's nothing like having a pocket protector, Tyler.
It's like keeping a TI-84 on you at all times. You know, like, oh, I've got to do some calculations. You
I
know,
love
it's
how
just
Tyler
dorky.
is equating a shoehorn to a Poindexter.
Yeah, it's like a very Poindexter thing to own and to use.
I bet Brad Pitt uses shoehorns.
I highly doubt he does not. I'm pretty sure he pays like 3 immigrant workers to do it for him.
Yeah, that's actually fair. And you know what? They probably love doing it too. Tell me you wouldn't want to get up on those little tootsies of his.
Dude,
That's a job
I never said they didn't get paid really well.
Oh, he doesn't pay them that well, though.
I'd do it
not.
for the experience, you know what I mean? That's great resume fodder. So look, okay, I think we've got clothing and shoes covered. What are the hobbies, the activities of summer 2023?
Do we all become casual sailors?
Fuck, that's awesome.
Do we go sailing on like hobby catamarans or like little sailboats?
You know what? Hold on. Why don't it's like the Hobbit feet, you know? It's like rugged, you know? It's a DIY summer. We're strapping together our own boats a la like Castaway style.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone's like on TikTok showing like, oh, like my buddy's building a sailboat, but I just wanted you to see this schooner I'm working on.
I got some branches that I think are pretty buoyant from like a storm came through the other day, knocked a few branches down. I'm going to string these together with some rope. Bada boom, this is my sailboat for the summer. And look, I drilled a little hole in it right here so I could fit my can of Busch Light.
Something we're not considering here is how easy is it to make this into a hashtag?
Okay, hashtag buoyancy. You know, that's a good one. Because it kind of looks like boy.
Well, no, it's got to be something that has to do with summer, so that people know that it's the trend that they're doing for the summer. So it'd have to be like
hashtag sailboat summer.
Something like that, but less corporate.
That's lame. Yeah, that was lame. That's something that like Nestle would put out. Like, can we get this trending, guys? No, Nestle, we can't.
Is there summer? There's vacation. We can use a word for vacation.
Holiday.
Ooh, holidays there.
Yeah, but then we're like British. Oh, I'm on holiday.
I'm on holiday.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, that's stupid. The British, not what you were saying, but that is
the
also
British.
stupid.
Yeah, both. yeah, both bad. So what are we trying to say? What's the message we're trying to communicate with this hashtag?
Well, it's just got to be quick, it's got to be snappy, and it's got to embody building a raft in your hobbit feet for the summer.
Think about the previous ones, all right? We've had Hot Girl Summer.
We had White Boy Summer.
Yeah, we have White Boy Summer.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, that one was a little sus.
What? Chet Hanks was leading the charge, okay?
Yeah, that's what made it sus, man.
Chet Hanks and his Jamaican accent.
It's not racist, but it involves race, you know?
I like Stinky Summer because, you know, like the Hobbit feet is a bit stinky.
That's pretty good.
Like the clothespins, the Hobbit feet, the really shitty raft.
Can we gender it?
Yeah.
Could it be Stink Boy Summer?
That's good. What about Stink Bomb Summer?
Stink Bomb Summer, okay.
What if we also, instead of water balloons, we throw stink bombs at each other?
Yeah, no, I don't like that one as much. Because it doesn't embody what we've talked about so far with building your raft sailboats and wearing hobbit
Really?
feet.
Because I feel like being stinky on a raft with your hobbit feet is kind of like, that goes all together.
Wait, hold on. Scallywag Summer?
There it is.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the fucking one. You figured it out. Oh,
Beautiful.
boy. You did
Beautiful. Okay, now with that in mind, moving forward, what's the drink of the summer?
it. Rum.
Yeah.
Okay. Done and dusted. We don't want to talk about it being like...
No, it's grog.
Nope, you're right. It's rum.
Yeah, it's just grog.
It is
Well,
rum.
this is going to get really easy now because my last thing is what's the music of the summer, but it's pretty
Sea
obvious.
shanties.
Sea
Oh,
shanties.
what would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor?
Okay, so yeah, we just made pirates. We just made pirates this summer.
This year
We-
for
we made
Skyway Summer.
Yeah, we made pirates that have enormous hairy feet.
Pirates with huge nipples and enormous hairy feet.
And a very specific nipple fetish.
Like, we can't get over how big this crew's nipples are.
They're so distended.
It's their intimidation factor. Yeah, they're they're showing that they can handle any pain given to them, even if it's self-inflicted. So you can't do anything to them if they board your craft.
Well, yeah, what's more impressive to me is that we said that these are kind of like rafts, like really shitty rafts thrown together with varying levels of buoyancy. So I'm imagining, you know, these rafts hold like 2 people tops. So like we're talking about like a pirate ship of like, you know, we got like a full crew. The full crew is just you and your bud at the most.
You, your bud, and your bud. Like,
unless you meet other scallywag summer people and you tie your rafts together. And then you meet another one. And
that's a lot of diplomacy, though.
Is it?
That would cause like how am I creating fair trade values? Like, oh, you can join our ship. What do you offer? Because right now I got a full fucking keg of Busch Light. What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, and then they look at you and go, "We got McGolden." And there it is, an amicable alliance of scallywags.
But what if they're like, why do you have McGolden? Do you hate the LGBTQ community?
And they say yes.
And you say, welcome aboard. Can I instill a rule, though?
Sure.
So,
who do you think you are?
You're not allowed to say, I'm the captain now. You cannot quote that Captain Phillips line. It's going to get so overplayed.
If you do quote that line, you lose all credibility as the captain of your skipper. And the people who are on it have the duty to push you overboard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not only that, but like I feel like we just talked about White Boy Summer. The second someone says, "Look at me, I'm the captain now," that brings us too close to Chet Hanks. Like too close for comfort again to Chet Hanks.
1 degree away, yeah.
Yeah, we are literally right there. We got it. He had his summer, and that was good for him. But now he's done.
Now in 2023, nobody wants to be 1 degree away from Chet Hanks. Well, we did it.
We described the summer.
That was it. Hashtag Scallywag Summer 2023.
But we don't do piracy. We don't do digital piracy. That's bad.
Yeah, digital piracy, but like
up.
real world piracy, that's fucking rad.
Real world piracy where you're stealing other people's rafts, that's cool. Digital piracy, come on. Think of Warner Brothers. They're going to be hurting because you just did that, okay?
You wouldn't download a movie.
Come on.
You wouldn't download a purse.
You should go pay to see Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
I will be there opening day kicking my feet on those seats like...
I hate that. You're not kidding.
Tori. The gorilla Transformers name is Optimus Primate.
Yeah.
Oh
Optimus
my
Primal.
God.
It's so fucking beautiful.
I hate it a lot, actually.
It's what Hollywood's been missing is just some guy in a chair that said, "Fuck it." That's what we've been missing.
You see that metal dude? He's a gorilla now.
A fucking gorilla transformer. Like, oh, this one transforms into a motorcycle. This one transforms into a fucking F-18. This one is like a big rig. This one's a gorilla, a big metal gorilla.
Like, that's his human form? No, he can go into a human form also. He transforms into the vehicle that is a gorilla.
His vehicle is a gorilla.
Wait, human form? What are you talking about?
Like they're
like Optimus Prime. It can be a semi-truck or a human-looking kind of
like a
okay.
humanoid thing.
I thought you meant like an actual, like it just kind of morphs into a flesh and bone human, and I was like, man, Transformers took a really weird turn.
It's Tom Cruise in there. He's piloting Optimus Prime.
You know when Optimus Prime becomes a Shia LaBeouf? When he transforms into a Shia LaBeouf?
Yes.
I loved that. I loved all the CG Shia LaBeoufs.
Getting the gorilla Tom Hanks.
Tori, did you see the Mario movie? Speaking of movies,
yeah.
Did you see the Mario movie?
Yeah.
What'd you think of the Mario movie?
I thought the Mario movie kicked so much ass.
Okay.
That's what I've been hearing is that people think it's really fun and good.
It's so fucking fun, man.
I want to see it, and I will make the effort to. Mark my words.
I could tell Tyler hated it.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
What I was going to say is that we had a question from Propin in Discord who asked us, we need more bad video game movies. What would you make?
True.
But it's like, my problem with that is literally all of them up to this point, apparently, have been terrible.
Correct.
Like, don't let the Mario movie fool you. They're trying to like fucking wash away a 30-year history of fucking abysmal movies.
Pure sin. Look, a couple weeks ago, just as like a brain dead movie, me and my girlfriend put on Mortal Kombat. That shit sucked so bad.
The new one or the old one?
Yes.
The new one.
It's serviceable as like, oh yeah, they're punching, but there's nothing to it.
It's bad. I mean, there's like a cool CGI effect, and like that's it. It's like when he freezes the blood and then cuts him with it. That's pretty cool. Other than that shit sucked so bad.
So bad.
Monster Hunter? Fuck that.
Fucking World of Warcraft? Are you kidding me?
I fell asleep in that one.
Assassin's Creed? You're gonna betray the creed. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't
I haven't
Dog
seen
shit.
that one since it came out. I remember thinking it was better than I thought it was going to be at the time.
Tori, I think I've told you this like 2 times. You gotta revisit, and you're gonna be like, "Oh boy, yeah, I maybe misremembered this."
I want to live in bliss.
Yeah, like Prince of Persia was also horrible. Like it is a categorically known fact that video games movies sucked up until around this time frame.
True.
Yeah. So I'm just like, we need more bad ones. We need more good ones. We haven't had any good ones.
Although, if we are talking about bad video game movies that we want to see, I would love to see an Animal Crossing movie, but there's no story, no plot. It's just a guy running around catching bugs and fish and then selling them to a raccoon for 3 hours.
That's
would
just
like that.
A24 movies.
Exactly.
There's no beginning and end plot. You just jump in for a section of this person's very stressful life and then leave and call it fucking art house cinema.
There is no reality in which that movie would not be better than the Assassin's Creed movie or
True.
like the Hitman movie. Like people would
I
like
forgot
that
about that
actually.
one too. Fuck.
Yeah, Hitman, there's all the Resident Evil movies.
True. Fuck.
Like 4 of those. They tried to do Hitman like 3 times. All the Tomb Raider ones, they've gone for those.
Oh my God, the newer Tomb Raider one was abysmal. So yeah, I'm struggling to think of how I could make video game movies worse when they've already been so dreadful.
I think what makes the Mario movie and Sonic the Hedgehog stand out is that they were animated.
Oh, you're doing a lot of shoehorning here. You're doing a lot of shoehorning
just
here.
Hear me out. Is that the characters of the movie were already depicted as cartoonish, so they could just animate them. Whereas some of these other video game adaptations involve real people, which doesn't really translate that well.
That's true, but also Sonic is the only animated character and the rest of the world is real.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what worked about the movie, is that Sonic was good to look at. And like his okay, hold on.
Elaborate.
Go on.
Come on.
His design was fun and engaging.
Was it pleasurable? Was it serviceable to you?
Shut up. Shut
What
your
them
mouth.
quills do.
What them quills do, though. Actually, they have a lot of power behind them in the movies. That's what.
What about the comics, Tay?
There's no
Joke.
mention of his.
Moving on.
I know.
I don't think it has to do with it being like animated because like they like
I think okay, less animated but more subject material, right? Because like Mario's about a guy running around eating mushrooms, collecting coins, right? There's a lot of framework to work with there. With like Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed, you have a definitive world that you need to have a narrative in. You can't just make
Right,
your own shit up.
There's a certain structure to like how these games go.
Exactly. And the other thing is the player is completely in control of the pace and direction of the game. So when you're in a movie, that autonomy you have of experiencing the story that way is completely taken away from you.
That's why, despite it being a very good show, The Last of Us felt super rushed because it's just like nothing but major plot points every single episode with no room to
Yeah,
breathe.
they wasted so much. They spent time in the weirdest places in that show. Like they spent so much screen time in really weird places there. And The Last of Us was like the most geared to be like, yeah, this will work as a show or a movie because
And
it pretty
did.
much
I
is.
think it did. I really liked the show, but like that's real. That's not cartoony, and that worked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Well,
figure
I
out
think-
what game do we want to see made into one.
Are we okay? We got to establish because the question was we're trying to make it bad.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it bad.
Or trying to make it bad.
But do we want to say fuck prop and be like, let's make it good?
What if we do a compromise, a pastime on this show to do both? What if we have one good and one bad?
Okay,
One
one
for
good,
them,
one
one
bad.
for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay, let me get a piece of paper here so we can start working this.
Okay.
I played this game when I was a kid called Battlefront, and it'd be cool to see that universe expanded upon.
Fuck that. No more Star Wars ever. We're fucking done. Star Wars sucks shit. It's the worst shit.
Yeah.
Do you think... What about a Borderlands movie?
Haven't played it. No fucking clue.
Nah.
What are our categories we are trying to build for our movies? We need the plot. We need... what else is
Actors?
important? We need actors. We'll figure it out when we get there. So let's build what the audience wants first. A bad one. What's our game we're going? What's a game that we just I'm thinking something like really beloved that we can just really make
that's
the
what I was
audience
worried you
sour.
were
That's
gonna
what
say.
that's what I was gonna say too. Like we could either go something extremely beloved or something way out of left field that no one would expect a movie to be made out of, like PUBG.
I'm fully expecting a Fortnite movie to be made at some point.
It's literally going to be in game. It's going to be in engine. They're going to have a
Yeah.
fucking game like
And
movie
it's gonna
next year. No, it's going to be
Yeah.
good. They fucking know how to do it.
And I would have made a joke earlier that like, oh, and I bet the fucking Minion people are gonna make it, but
Yep.
they made Mario look so fucking good.
Elaborate.
Not him
yeah. How
particularly.
good?
The whole
Oh, yeah?
movie, the whole movie.
No, elaborate.
Oh, yeah?
on
How
that.
good?
Elaborate on that.
How good, Tori?
How good did that an
Mario
Italian
look?
plumber look to you?
I mean, like, you know,
You know,
Yeah.
smooch
2
him.
beers, and I wouldn't say no
You want to smooch him?
so badly.
How was Chris? Just give me a replica of Chris Pratt's voice right now. Go.
It's okay. Here's the thing. It's like I can't actually picture what it was, and I heard it for the entirety of the movie. But like when I try and actually focus and think about what did Chris Pratt sound like, I can't get a clear picture. Something is blocking it in my mind.
That's kind of his whole career, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. The only memorable thing he's been in is Parks and Rec.
Let's make a bad movie. Let's make the Kingdom Hearts movie.
Ooh,
Let's make a
there
bad
you
Kingdom
go.
Hearts movie.
So
I thought you were going to say Zelda, so that's better.
would it be bad for the general audience or bad for the hardcore fans that know what should happen? Or both?
Honestly, it's already like if you took the game Kingdom Hearts right now and turned it into a movie, the plot is already bad for general audiences.
It's very, very convoluted and hard to follow.
Hey, but here's the
yes.
thing. Hey, here's the thing, nerds. Sorry, it's not a good story. It really isn't. It really isn't.
It's not.
It's just so confusing that you think it's good. You know, like they just
not
added so many
great.
walls.
Not even that. It's just they go, Mickey.
No, that's not it.
Look, it's thing I recognize. I love
Oh,
this.
look, it's Mickey. Oh, look, it's Cloud. The two things I'm nerdy about.
So when it comes to Kingdom Hearts story,
Dorks.
it has good moments and good characters. The overarching plot is so asinine and batshit crazy that I don't blame anyone for not wanting to be a part of it.
Yeah, because it's just so confused. They literally just added so many walls in front of you where you're like, I think it's good. Like, because it's so confusing, no one wants to just admit that, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, no one wants
Yeah.
to say I'm stupid. So everyone's
is-
like, no, it's really good. You just have
This
to
is-
understand it. It's good.
This is real, by the way, what I'm about to say. But if your story has to include a moment in a later game that shows why King Mickey wasn't wearing a shirt in an earlier game, your story is fucked up and you need to just can it.
I've never been less aroused in my life.
I know.
My penis is inside my body.
What's the plot of our Kingdom Hearts movie to make it bad? You know what? Sorry, gamers. We're making you upset today. It's just the plot of Kingdom Hearts to make it a bad movie.
No. You're not thinking big enough.
Oh my God. Oh my
no,
God.
no,
Oh my
no,
God.
no,
No.
no, no.
I got it. No. Tay, I got it. We have Final Fantasy, right? We have the Disney characters. What else can we add to it? Boom, they get teleported into the real world and they're
Yep.
all in Disney World proper, in the real
I was
world
gonna
with
say-
real actors.
I was going to say real life New York City, but that's even better.
They're in the castle. They're like posing for pictures next to the castle. Like it is the most the most shameful fucking ad you've ever seen for please come to Disney World.
Please. Maybe they start the first part of it is them traveling from real life New York to get to Disney World. They have to
Oh
do
my
a
God. And the
cross-country trip.
actors have no fucking idea. Like the actors in the suits have no fucking clue. Like they're like, King Mickey, we need to lock the door to Kingdom Hearts. The darkness is getting out. And he's like, I only get paid $11 an hour. I don't really know what's going on here.
Can you imagine them walking through Brooklyn and having Goofy go, "Gorsh, this place is fantastic."
Sorrow, watch out for that Heartless. And it's just like a guy.
Oh no.
What?
No, it's just Goofy is very insensitive because look, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't want to. No, I know exactly where you're going. You need to not go there. You need to not go there.
I'd like to hear it.
Goofy's racist. That's just all I'll say. Goofy's racist.
Give me an example of how he's racist and what. Maybe he's like something he would say. Do it in his voice if you would.
No, he
And
just
to a
genuinely he doesn't understand.
Kind of person. What kind of person would he be talking to?
Yeah, I have some ideas, but I'd like to hear what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy thinks black people are the heartless.
Stop.
It's terrible.
And even the video game characters who got transported in real life are like, oh,
Goofy,
whoa.
no. Goofy, no.
That's not okay. They have no frame of reference at all. They still feel like
that's
it's
mostly
fucked
a
up.
Disney problem because look, you could probably count on one hand how many black characters does Disney have. They're trying to course correct right now by being like, no, the Little Mermaid is black now. See, guys, we're really inclusive. And it's like, y'all have like 80 years of history, and I can maybe count. There's like the one in like the Frog movie.
Also, your namesake has some has some words to have about a certain group of people. So
Yeah. So like, not off to a good clean start here. Say they go into real life Disney World, and
that's so we're gonna. I mean, it's going to be it's like a Space Jam situation, right? Where like the characters that are animated stay animated, but then when the human people, like when Cloud and fucking Sephora come in,
Sephora.
like they're going to be played by people.
Yeah. Well, no. The Final Fantasy people are like a different animation. So like the Disney animation are the Disney animation. The Final Fantasy are like that like hyper weird like JRPG animation.
But
like,
in the real world? Oh,
in the real
that'd be
world?
so jarring.
And they are with then real actors like for like the people like in the real world. Like, and again, we get James Marsden because come on, you're not going to do an animated buddy movie without James Marsden.
He's a charming guy though, too.
He's just so fucking good at it.
Yeah.
I just love him. He should have been in more blockbusters. He's just so fun. What do they have to do at Disney World? What's the plot to like, what do they have to do in real life Disney World? I imagine there's like goofy moments where they like, like, goofy moments. Hey, what if Goofy gets run over by one of the floats in the real world as well? If that happens in the movie. Because that's happened like in real life like 8 times. Like they got a real problem with running that dog over at that park. Like real people have died in that park because they run him over with a float. So Goofy gets run over.
Yeah.
And dies.
What if it just becomes like a survival horror movie halfway through?
Oh, so we add Five Nights at Freddy.
No,
All the animatronics of the mouse and his gang come to life, so they're facing the dark version of themselves.
The
That seems
Heartless
very-
infiltrate the mascots.
There we go.
Okay, and then like they got to fucking. Here's where it gets funny though, is that like they're like, no, we got to defeat the Heartless, and they are just like smacking the Keyblade isn't sharp. Like you're just kind of like
it's a blunt object.
they're just smacking Dylan, who's got the Donald Duck hat over his fucking head. They're just smacking Dylan really hard with a fucking blunt Keyblade.
So when they come to the real world, does their magic come with them, or are they powerless?
Yeah, they're lethal. They're
lethal.
They're
Okay,
lethal.
so-
Donald's still got like lightning that he can
So I was going to
summon.
say, because canonically, Donald is the most powerful mage in both Kingdom Hearts
Canonically,
and
Donald is the most powerful mage in the universe.
He is, and in Final Fantasy, because he can cast Ultima, which would level all of Disneyland.
Canonically, Donald could cast Ultima. Go to hell.
Yeah.
And they have to maybe make it to the Disney castle before the clock strikes 12.
Tori? Hey, Tori.
Yeah.
I saw you black out there for a second. Are you back? Are you here?
Are you back? Do you want to talk about Kingdom Hearts some more?
As long as we promise not to actually show our knowledge too deeply.
Yeah. No. I fully agree.
Yeah.
They have to get back to the castle before midnight. Otherwise, fucking Ansem or whatever the fuck that dude's name is takes over Disney World, and he cancels all of the upcoming movies for being too woke.
Well,
That's the plot of the movie.
We have to tie in like the real world actors to the conflict too, right? So not only does Ansem take over Disney World, but the evil CEO of Disney does too.
Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Bob.
Hey, I don't know what happens in Kingdom Hearts, and so I don't care about this plot at all.
You can make it up,
But
Tori. Nothing
I know.
happens in it.
Okay, well, here's what I want to ask you. Does it fit if Goofy joins the Proud Boys?
Sure.
Sure.
He might have accidentally done it because he's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But Goofy did already get run over by a float.
Where we go one, we go all.
Yup.
That is 100% something that would be said in a Disney movie, too. Okay, so we have Goofy joins the Proud Boys, but gets run over by a float. They have to make it back to the castle. Otherwise, Ansem takes over the Disney...
Ansem takes over Bob Iger.
Yeah, Ansem takes over Bob Iger, who then cancels every upcoming movie for being too woke. And that's the plot of the Kingdom Hearts movie.
Great.
Now we need a good game. We need a good game movie.
God of
Crash
War?
Bandicoot Racing.
Nope. Not
What if it was like a
for-
very... Well, hold on. What if it... Have you ever seen Rush? The movie Rush with directed by Ron Howard?
No.
Oh, no, I have not. The F1.
Yeah, the racing film. So what if we made like a very serious like racing film, like where it's like a full like fucking melodrama with like danger and crashes, but with Crash Bandicoot, and it's like there's like someone like serious driving, like I've been doing this 13 years. You won't take this championship away from me. Wow! And that crazy Bandicoot drives by.
This is gonna be. That's gonna be really tough because Tyler, you went. Have you seen Rush? And both of us went no. And then you're like, great, let's do that. You guys all have a lot of touch points.
I just wanted to imagine a very serious moment where someone's just like, my life is on the line. Every time I step in this car, it's me and the danger of the road right in front of me. I could turn into a giant ball of flame. Wow!
Like, what are we gonna do if I don't win the Wumpa fruit?
Booga booga. Bum, 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 bum. All right, good game movie.
We could do a Hollow Knight movie, completely animated.
No one has ever played that game.
I don't know. No one knows what Hollow Knight is.
Other than a Smash Bros. Character.
Hollow Knight isn't even in Smash Bros. What the fuck are you talking about? Beloved game.
Oh, I was thinking of the Meta Knight. Yeah, see, that's how little anyone gives a shit.
Hollow Knight's so good, though. What if we made a Stray movie?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one.
We're dangerously close to that just being Wall-E. While Wall-E was good, we're just dangerously close to that just being Wall-E.
True. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Damn, I like that.
How about, hold on.
Great aesthetic.
You guys
what if we made the Cars 2 video game adaptation back into a movie? What if we made the game? What if we made the game based on a movie back into a movie?
So hear me out. Have you guys seen Rush by Ron Howard?
You guys don't know Helltaker. That'd be a really good one too, though. Among Us.
Hey, let's decide this. Hey, let's say this right now. AAA only, okay?
Okay, fine,
Yeah.
sure. I was thinking any video game, but to keep it above water, yes, we'll say AAA games. Or games everyone knows about.
All the ones that I was going to say so far are actually in the work. I was going to say Uncharted, already got made, sucked ass. I was going to say Fallout is being made currently, is in post-production. And then God of War, also greenlit in pre-pro right now. So
I forget we're trying to be good right now.
Well, yeah. Like,
it's
just
not
cast...
fun to be good.
Yeah, it's not fun to be good, though.
Okay. Let's give Halo the justice it deserves. Let's make a good Halo movie.
It wouldn't be, it literally would not be hard. A good
Literally.
Halo movie is like maybe the easiest fucking thing possible. Just make a war movie and turn main character into chief, and that's it.
That's literally all you have to do.
Okay, let me hit you guys with some of these quick.
Okay,
Red Dead Redemption.
perfect.
Excellent.
Literally,
right.
just follow the game. Literally, follow the game.
Just do
Boom.
that.
Make the movie 40 hours.
Make it unbearably long.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, hey, can you split it up? No.
No.
No
have to sit
intermission.
down and
You're
watch
asking
it.
yourself, is there a post-credit sequence? Yeah. And it's another 8 hours. Yeah, Marston's back, okay? For too long. Build his house, you piggy. Build his
What I was gonna
entire
say.
fucking house.
A lot of the 40 hours of this movie is just really mundane shit, like Arthur taking a piss, but in like Clemens Point this time, and like Arthur ate a bad mushroom when he was out on the last hunt, so now he's like, hunched over a tree, like he's just going through it.
Yeah. And like he gets on his horse because he has to ride somewhere, and we don't do like a clever transition. We follow him with a fucking chase car so that we see every fucking hoof mark made in that ride.
Oh my God. Writing dialogue for that movie would be actual hell.
You don't write it. You just got to let the actors fucking
It's
Make it up.
That's the other thing. It's 100% improvised.
Oh my God, no.
we just need more money, Arthur. And then we'll get to Tahiti.
And we'll get to Tahiti.
Yes, and
Yes, and Dutch, I've been trying to make us money. And the Pinkertons are hot on our tail.
So we did it. There's your good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
just
that's-
Red
Are you,
Dead.
hey, are you fucking happy, Proppin?
yeah, proppin'.
Are you fucking happy, Proppin? Are you
We've
pleased
been calling
about
proppin'
this?
out a lot lately.
Everyone's mad at Proppin.
Why?
Everyone's mad at Proppin because Proppin's questions get answered on the podcast, and
well,
there's
maybe
never
they
enough
should
time.
write better questions.
Look, I have like 3 stacked up that are all good, but we just always run out of time, much like we do right now. Tay, take it away.
For sure. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, and a review. Really helps us out, gets us into curated lists, and you know what? It helps us beat that algorithm too. And if you want to join in the discourse, you can join our Discord by looking at the description of wherever you are listening to our show.
You can also go over to youtube.com/shapelessmedia, which is a corresponding YouTube channel with this very podcast. Find every single episode of the show, as well as hundreds of other videos for your personal sexual enjoyment.
While you're in that Discord, why don't you write a podcast topic suggestion? I'm sure we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Much like this one from Miss Monster. Oh, sorry, we're out of time. Actually,
Oh, that's mean. That's
bummer.
fucking mean.
Super bummer. Look, we're at the point of the episode now where we're going to leave you with our final baseless claim for the week, okay? We're just going to throw something out, shoot from the hip. It doesn't matter if it's true. It just feels right.
If you can accurately, if you score 90% or above on a comprehensive lore quiz for any media property, you're entitled to disability pay. Don't put that in, please. It'll make me look so bad.